records. Scott wrestled for me about 100 pounds ago. And,
Man, I should have seen that coming.
I mean, several years ago, he was one of my wrestlers. And I appreciate all he's done to help our program. That, I've been fortunate to coach at the high school where I attended high school. I started my wrestling career at O.W. Best Middle School, and that's where I ended my teaching career. So it came full circle from starting in wrestling at O.W. Best and then finishing my teaching career there, and got an opportunity to coach at Best and then at Annapolis High School. Looking around the room, there's people I need to thank. My family, my wife and daughters. Thank you for all the time you gave me to give the wrestling. My other family. Coaches know we spend a lot of time and a lot of hours, and sometimes my wife and kids got the short end where I wasn't there for all of the things that I would have liked to have been there for. And thank you for sharing me, for giving me that opportunity to work with kids. My family's here. Two of my brothers and two of my sisters are here supporting me, and they've been there through my whole life, and they're still here supporting me. Wrestling is part of a family, and my family, whether it's my wife and my kids, my grandsons are here, Hayden and Hudson and Micah. One day maybe you'll be up here. Hopefully you'll find the love for the sport that your grandfather has. I have teammates of mine from 50 years ago. Think about that. Guys I wrestled with that were my teammates 50 years ago are sitting in the room here today. Lifelong friends that I've had from being on a wrestling mat and going to battle with these guys 50 years ago. I hate to mention that, but I was doing the math. 68, that would be 50 years ago. We were on the same team. And there's guys here from that team that have been my lifelong friends. We have something known as the annual, where all our high school teammates, as many as can, get together every year. We call it the annual, and we try to keep that tradition going. These are the guys you've been to battle with, the guys that you worked hard with and grew up with, and those are the guys that are still in my life today, and my lifelong friends. The legend Jim Bryan, who started the wrestling program at Annapolis, is here. My coach right now. Jim helped promote that love of the sport and the competition, and helped to develop that willingness to work hard, and you get what you work for. And as you see, he retired from coaching. I think he coached 15 or 16 years and decided that there was a lot more money in officiating, and decided to become an official.
Yes, there is.
And you didn't have to talk to parents, you didn't have to do practices every day, you got to go home after the tournament, you didn't have to wait for parents to pick the kids up when you got home. So he refereed for the next 25 years, and I think he did a great job as one of the outstanding officials in Michigan. So I know he's retired from officiating, but that was my head coach, and gave me an opportunity when he hired me to be the middle school coach, and then eventually became the high school coach. I have our athletic director is here. Scott Weimer and his wife came to come up and support me. And for those of you that know, a lot of times, for an athletic director to come up and support you, it says a lot. And I appreciate all the support that you gave me over the last 20 years or so. And I appreciate you being here tonight, Scott. It's very nice of you. My son-in-laws, Chris and Tom, are here. And hopefully that you guys will teach your sons to give them an opportunity to wrestle, and maybe one day that I can coach those kids when they get on the mat. It's been a great run for me. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I look around the room and I see all the coaches that are here that we competed against, and had some success along the way. We've had a few tough teams. I was coaching when Bill lost to Reeves from John Glenn. I was actually, I think he had 2 losses that year, once at the Garden City Finals, and once at the state finals, and I'm just saying, I was coaching back then, and I do remember that. So
I remember.
if you can't beat them, join them, I guess is what they say. But, Frank Cox was coaching at Eastern Michigan when 4 of my teammates were on the team at Eastern Michigan at the same time. I was wrestling at Adrian College, and they brought Eastern's team to Adrian College to wrestle against my school at Adrian when I was wrestling there. So we had a couple of Annapolis guys on the Adrian team. So in one dual meet, you had 6 guys from my high school wrestling team in one college meet wrestling at the same time. Jim Bryan, that's pretty impressive what you had going on back in the early 70s. Then you had a lot of guys that were pretty good wrestlers. A lot of them became officials. We have a lot of officials that have come through the Annapolis program. A lot of assistant coaches of mine have gone on to be head coaches at other schools and have volunteers, former wrestlers. Almost every practice we have somebody coming back and helping us out, willing to give back and help the program. We've had a lot of guys willing to give back to the sport, and they've developed a love for the sport, and I hope that's something I've helped create in them, a chance, an opportunity that they want to give back. We have Lauren Chokel that helped volunteer for the last, 10 years, that I finally stepped aside, he's able to get a paid job, and he's getting hired, and he's still going to be in there. And we won a lot of real close meets, and it was because of the efforts of people like Lauren Choco and Keith Hotbed, who did all the research, and they did all the background and checking and giving me the lineup of whoever we're going to wrestle and their whole lineup and who's at what weights, and just gave me an opportunity to move the weights and shift some people around and maybe win a close match or two if we win the coin toss. So that was through the hard work, and I appreciate all that effort that you guys did to help get me the information I needed to maybe move and switch some people around. Somebody asked me what was the best move we ever made. Someone thought it might have been when we beat Monroe Jefferson in regionals by a point by bumping Dustin Gross up 2 weight classes to 160 and dropping the 60 to 52 and the 52 down to 40. We win by 1 point. Oh, it was exciting. Probably my best move I ever made was marrying my wife, Andrea. Couldn't have done anything better. All this is a result of you being by my side. So thank you. Thanks to everybody, and thanks for being here. Appreciate it.